Hey everyone, so this time you need to open your student book, page 60, and your workbook, page 53. Have you opened your student book, page 60? So the focus of today's study is vocabulary, and the first thing you have to do is to finish this activate part. You have to complete the sentences below with the correct forms of the words from the box. You could check the definitions of these words again from the previous page, which is 59. Okay, so you need to fill in these blanks from number 1 till 15, and you need to use the correct tenses. Okay, so after finishing that activate part, please do extend part. The topic is prohibition and permission. So, you need to match the verbs with the definitions. Let's take a look at the example. Prohibit. Prohibit means to stop people doing something. And how about allow? What's the meaning of allow? I'll give you 5 seconds to choose the answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The meaning of allow is D. To give a person permission to do or have something. Now, number 3. What's the meaning of boycott? I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's your answer? The answer is A. Boycott means to refuse to buy goods from a particular company or to take part in a particular event. Next, what's the meaning of authorize? I'll give you 5 seconds to choose your answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer is C. Yes. Authorize means to give official permission to do something. For example, like the government giving official permission to do something. 5. Censor. What's the meaning of that word? I'll give you 5 seconds to choose the answer. The answer is between B or E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The answer is E. Censor means to remove the parts of a book or film for moral, political, or religious reasons. Meanwhile, the meaning of exile here is to make someone live in another country, usually for political reasons. After learning the meanings of the verbs from exercise 1, you need to do part 2, in which you have to complete the sentences with the correct forms of the verbs from exercise 1. For example, we are boycotting that shop and not buying anything from there. The owner was really rude to my mom. So, instead of using boycott, which is verb 1, we use verb ing of boycott because there is to be R here. Now it's your turn to answer number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. After that, move on to the third part. We will talk about groups of animals. And we need to complete the phrases with the words in the box. So, as you can see here, we have herd, pack, troop, school, and flock. Now look at the example. A pride of lions. So, we call a group of lions as a pride of lions. Meanwhile, we use herd to call groups of large herbivores. And we use pack to call a group of wolves. We use troop to call groups of monkeys and apes. We use school to call a group of fish and whales. Lastly, we use flock to call flying bird or a group of flying birds. Then, what's the answer for number 2? We call a group of cows as a herd of cows. Number 3. We call a group of birds as a flock of birds. Number 4. We call a group of monkeys as a troop of monkeys. 5. We call a group of wolves as a pack of wolves. So, we call a group of sardines as a school of sardines. Now, move on to dependent prepositions part. This time, we need to use some words with just one or two particular prepositions. Complete the text with the prepositions in the box. By the way, why these prepositions are called dependent prepositions? Because they are determined by the preceding word. Now take a look at number 1. We usually use preposition about with the verb talk. And actually, we can also use prepositions such as to and with the verb talk. However, why do we use about here? Please see the context. They talk, if we use they talk to bullfighting, do they have a talk with bullfighting? Or if we use they talk with bullfighting, do they have a talk with bullfighting? If we use those prepositions to and with to fill in number 1, the sentence will be illogical. So, we need to use talk about. Alright, now it's your turn to fill in the rest of the blanks. First of all, you need to read the text carefully. After that, find the correct prepositions to complete the text. Okay? So now, please open your workbook, page 53. On page 53, there are 4 parts that you need to answer. The first part is you have to match the words in the box with the definitions. So use the words here to fill in the blanks. Here, from number 1 till number 15. After that, you need to do part 2, in which you have to complete the dialogues with the correct form of the verbs in the box. So pay attention, you need to use the correct tenses. Okay? For example, like this one, do you send emails to your friends? No, my parents don't allow me to use internet. So since this sentence is negative and it is don't, we need to use verb 1 of allow. Alright, finish the rest of the numbers and move on to part 3. You need to circle the correct words. For example, number 1, we saw a school, a pride, or a flock of whales when we were on the cruise. It was really impressive. What is the answer? For a group of fish or whales, we need to use a school. So circle a school. Okay, now please answer number 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the last thing you have to do is part 4. You need to complete the sentences with the correct prepositions. For example, number 1. Boys are so boring. They only talk about football. Not talk to, not talk with. So please finish the rest of the numbers. That's all for today, everyone. So please write down your answers on your student book and your workbook. After that, capture the images of your answers and send them through WhatsApp group and submit your tasks before Friday, April 10th, 2020. Alright, thank you for watching, everyone. Stay healthy and have a great day. Bye bye.